van next week.
VineWood
Richmond
Bar,
Hotel.
leaving now. Last chance. See hedges in front of Star's homes.
You need to order more pre-cut 2x4s from my
VineWood's
dojo.
oldest and least pleasurable tour company. Forget the rest. Go with the least. As I am contractually obliged to say, buckle up, everyone. It's showtime.
How bloody lucky am I to live in this city? The girls are up for it, and there is loads of money.
Yeah, I hear you.
VineWood is often referred to as the anal bleaching capital of the world.
This is gonna be good.
Fuck you.
Well, I was bored, figured why the hell not?
Chingado.
On your right, you'll see the world-famous Gentry Manor Hotel, a legendary party hangout for actors and rock stars and people trying to have sex with actors and rock stars. Built in 1921, it's been the scene of some classic VineWood scandals over the years. One of my personal favorites was Al DiNapoli's overdose in 2002 after a chimpanzee blasted an 8-ball up his rear door with a water pistol. Fantastic! They say that on any given day there are at least 2 dead party girls in the trash cans round back. Isn't that great? Okay, smartphones at the ready, celeb spotters. We are now approaching the legendary nightclub, the Dungeon Crawler. Opened in 1996, the club is famously owned by actor Bruce Spade, who has a custom-built elevated VIP table so that he looks the same height as everyone else. It remains one of VineWood's hottest night spots for the rich and famous to do drugs and date rape impressionable fans. Play your cards right, and that could be you! The Dungeon Crawler was in the news again recently when comedian Morgan Chester allegedly ran over a doorman in his SUV for not laughing at one of his jokes. Oh, and now a treat for you closet glam rockers on board. We're coming up to the infamous Tequila Rock Bar. Back in the day, this was a restaurant run by the mob until it got shut down over the Adam's apple in the soup controversy of 1982. It reopened as the Tequila Bar in 1983 and soon became a mecca for hair metal bands and fans from across the country. It's rumored that the Love Fist song Dangerous Bastards was written about a night they partied here on Mescaline with some transgender twins. Now, this house up ahead is one of the many private residences of action movie director Mark Fostenberg. Fostenberg still maintains he was out of town when a 15-year-old Mexican girl was found dead in his pizza oven in 2007. The case was settled out of court and all charges were dropped. The girl's family now live on the next street. So this is the house of television exercise guru The Craze. You might have seen him degrading himself recently on Rehab Island. Do any of you remember the 80s? Huh, strange times. People didn't go to the gym back then. They did jumping jacks in front of the TV and leg warmers and headbands. The Craze swapped his gold lame leotard for a crack pipe in the 90s, but is reportedly now clean and in the best shape of his life. That's VineWood's code for he's trying to make a comeback. This is the home of celebrity wild child Martha Term. Daughter of 70s comedy star Joni Term, Martha spent her teens partying on booze, her early 20s partying on coke, and her mid-20s staring at her shoes on heroin. Her tell-all autobiography about the difficulties of growing up really rich in VineWood only sold 30 copies last year.
So he's like a totally important filmmaker, and this country totally needs to hear the story like right fucking now.
Been wanting to see this joker for a while.
I should remind you this is a no-smoking bus. Unless, of course, it's medical marijuana, then you're all right. Just up ahead is another place to see and be seen in Rockford Hills, the Richmond Hotel. An iconic entertainment industry hangout, sleazy producer types have been promising to make young girl stars here for over 100 years now. Not gonna lie, I did some shameful things in that lobby bar in my youth, but I've put that period of my life behind me now.
We should get drinks later.
This is so cool.
It's all so glamorous.
I was a member of the jury in the 1991 movie Last Will and Testament. They cut my line.
I'm not gonna remember any of this.
What the hell do you think you're doing? What? You for real?
Here you can see the landmark Weasel Theater, which was opened here in Morningwood in 1930. Some of the biggest movies in history have premiered at this theater, including Blue Blood, Shoulder of Orion, and The Many Wives of Alfredo Smith. You might remember the controversial premiere of the gladiator comedy Lions and Donkeys in 1984, when star Chip Hampton walked up the red carpet with two slaves in chains.
Well, are you gonna apologize? I swear, this weather is just so I know.
I finally saw this with my own two eyes.
I need a nap.
Is everyone having fun?
See you at bridge.
Wow. Sick ride.
Would you look at that?
It brings me to tears, man.
And now to our left, ladies and gentlemen, is the famous Richard's Majestic Studios. The product placement for classics like Nelson and Naples and Rum Runner, and the not-so-classics like VineWood Zombie and Shoulder of Orion 2 was shoehorned into the final edits right behind those very gates. Everyone has a favorite Solomon Richards movie. An American Divorce really helped me through a difficult time when I was bankrupting my first husband. Oh, come on, don't people in the Midwest watch movies? You must have seen Defender of the Faith. No? Wow, tough crowd.
Yo, what up?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Well, this isn't much fun either.
Count yourselves lucky, my prescription just got renewed this morning.
My dude? Hey, you my dude, right?
I plead the fifth.
You chilly all of a sudden. I was feeling hot.
Hey! Yo! Hey! You cool?
Everyone here is so thin. What you doing all the way out here? Let's never leave.
Just up ahead on the right is where Delancey Medua's septon fell out after a ketamine party.
No, I ain't mean to, but fuck it.
I wonder how many people live here.
Bring me back to last country I came. Hey, it's one more little thing I gotta do, brother. Not this again.
You hear what the guide said?
I wonder, is a bathroom close by?
Remember, these people are rich and beautiful. That makes them better than us.
Hey now! Long time no see!
Land sakes. This is so cool.
Keep those cameras out and fingers on the trigger. Celebs are skinny and fast.
Get it over with already.
I'm feeling hot. Anybody else feeling hot?
I told Ellie we were doing this tour. This sounds really sucker. That endorsed it.
Okay, people, get those cameras out. This is Portola Drive. You won't get a better chance to spot a celebrity in its natural habitat. As you can see, the recession hasn't hit this part of town very hard. These are some of the most offensively high-end designer stores in the country. And now, some fun trivia for you. There have been a number of movies shot on Portola Drive, mostly awful ones about rich idiots, including the blockbuster 2005 romantic comedy Shoe Whore, that's credited with sending women's rights back 50 years. The store we're passing now is where British star Charlotte Crown was caught on film in the changing room, eating and purging the same burrito over and over again, just like a dog. This is the Epsilon Center. Anyone with red hair, please cover it for your own safety. If you really want to meet a famous celebrity, this place is packed full of them. Take an introductory course. It changed my life. Kifla!
Hey! Hello.
It's a wonderful place to visit.
This is what makes America great.
Hi. You work really hard and you travel a lot. You're married with kids. Look, I know you're busy.
I'm not gonna remember any of this.
Dogs all day. Hi, Mike.
You'll recognize this stretch of road from those videos of Jill von Krastenberg with the Romanian shot put team.
You have your epic coochie. Now give me an epic part.
See, I wasn't even knowing about that.
What do you think about that? Good.
What's good?
Let's never leave.
Don't you just love people you've never met and would have you arrested if you came within 10 feet of them?
I love seeing all the celebrities.
Hey!
You hear what the
need to
guide
come over
said?
so we can play some video games. God damn, hey!
I wonder, is a bathroom close by?
What'd you do today?
Refrain from taking photos of ethnic minorities. They could be gang members.
We should get drinks later.
And here is City Hall. This is where the mayor's office is, if any of you care. You might recognize this building from the 20-minute final dogfight to save Earth in the movie Invasion Los Santos.
I'm saving up for the collector's edition.
Yeah, you got that thing?
What the fuck? To get you that audition.
He still owe me a drink.
Don't get me
So
started.
much history here. God.
The next corner is where actor Scott Stevens famously prolapsed after a failed party trick.
That's fucked.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's move on.
Been wanting to see this Joker for a while. Wow.
Remember when Laszlo was arrested for masturbating with an eggplant and shouting at women? That happened right here.
Take a picture and put it on Bleeder.
Brings me to tears, man.
Hey, let's meet up next week.
Color me unimpressed.
Finally solved this with my own two. Pinche perra.
And here we have the beautiful Oriental Theater. Riots broke out on the theater's opening night in 1928 as desperate fans tried to get upskirt shots of the legendary silent movie star Miriam Turner, much like you're doing today, except with really heavy cameras. My daughter tells me it isn't politically correct to say Oriental anymore, but considering some of the other common terms for Asians in the 1920s, the name could have been a lot worse. There's a saying that to go to Los Santos and not see the Oriental Theater is like going to China and not visiting a burger shop. You know, I've never really understood what that means, but
Why you didn't pick up when I called you earlier? You didn't get my text? What text? The one where I said you would pick up my big titties. I told Kelly we were doing this tour.
Hey, mamacita.
And here we are, back on the strip. As they say in VineWood, that's a wrap, folks. I hope I managed to take your minds off the economic downturn for just a little while. I'd like to remind any Europeans that 1% is an insult, not a tip. Enjoy the rest of your vacation.
Hey, darling, I ain't seen you in forever.